congratulations for this win, guys. Huge Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage.
Hello everyone. With the Port Denvalira being placed at the start, the sprinters are going to suffer. But it's a safe bet that their teams will do their utmost to set up a mass sprint in the streets of Revel, as the rest of the stage harbours no difficulties.
Immediate counter-attack behind.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up!
The Port Denvalira climb is long, but the slope is constant. You need a few climber genes to escape on an early breakaway.
You've got 1 minute 30 over the peloton. It turned out to be a good move.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out.
You're the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. He's asked his teammates to manage the time gap. He no doubt wants to take the win in the sprint.
The first 6 riders at the top will pocket the points towards the polka dot jersey. There will be 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 point to be gained.
seem to be the best puncher in the group. You should be able to move to the front. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
The first part of the descent is on a very wide road. There will be no danger for the riders.
There's an attack behind.
The riders will soon be onto a narrower and more challenging stretch.
He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings. Puncture! Puncture! No, just kidding. It was to wake up the mechanic.
He's a good puncher. You must keep a close eye on him on short climbs. He has ambitions for the polka dot jersey.
He's the best placed on the overall standings in the breakaway.
There will be 1 point to be had towards the polka dot jersey at the top of the next climb.
The head of the race is 5 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. At the front, he's the best placed for the green jersey. He's the best placed rider in the climber standings amongst the breakaway. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. He's the fastest sprinter in the leading group. His teammates are leading the chase at the head of the peloton. His intentions seem clear. Win in a sprint. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
The peloton is 1 minute away.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton. Okay, I'll consume a feed. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
It's the foot of the climb. Will the sprinters manage to stay up front to contest the final sprint? There will be 2 and 1 point for the mountain standings, but they're incidental as the riders are probably more interested in a stage victory.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton. We're professional leaders. Come on, keep at it.
Watch out, he's trying to get away on a counter-attack.
You have 30 seconds lead.
Nobody's managed to gain the upper hand on the final climb.
The yellow jersey is attacking behind you.
After a 2-kilometer descent, there will be 3 kilometers of flat road to the finish.
"30 seconds between you and the pack. The yellow jersey was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings.
He is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. Applaud him. Here is the winner of the Péri-Jeux Bergerac stage. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He tops the standings and will receive the traditional honors. Here's the white jersey of this Tour de France.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and without any difficulties. But be on your guard as the wind can lead to bordures. You'll have to be on your guard and not get caught out, because this is the sort of stage where you can lose a lot of time on the general classification. We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. You will have to be there on the final climb if we are to do well. It'll be difficult to keep up the pace of the best, I think that we'd better anticipate the attacks of the leaders and attack from far out. Good luck, guys!
Hello and welcome to all. With the Mont Ventoux as the final ascension, the stage is inevitably promised to an accomplished climber.
The mountains didn't scare him. He's already trying to escape.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up!
He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape. He's a good climber-puncher over any kind of obstacle. He's a very good climber, but he prefers to ride at a steady pace. Acceleration is not really his forte, just like his skills going downhill, which are pretty poor.
He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. He doesn't seem to want to let you have more of a lead, and his teammates are pushing hard. It's going to be a game of cat and mouse. There's not a lot going on. If this was a video game, I'd advance the clock to the last difficulty.
The first rider in the intermediate sprint will earn 20 points towards the green jersey.
You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done. They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax. His teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead, probably with their eye on the overall standings. His team is setting the pace behind. He's no doubt got his eye on this stage. You'll have to speed up in front. He's still got something in the tank. He's putting his foot down in the relay. His teammates have a handle on things for the overall standings. It will be difficult to increase the gap. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
Our leader's punctured. Get him back in touch quickly so he doesn't lose time on the overall standings. It's your teammate who's the most dangerous for the overall standings in the breakaway. Okay, I'll follow any attacks. Okay, I'll follow any attacks. For the polka dot jersey, it's your teammate who's best placed amongst those at the front of the race.
Almost there. The Mont Ventoux is a few kilometers away. The foot is not very hard, but it's better to be well placed from the start rather than expend unnecessary effort later on.
The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
Mont Ventoux, also known as the Giant of Provence or the Bald Mountain, is a climb of over 20.8 kilometers at an average of 7.5%, with several sections at over 10%. A horrendous climb.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
We're now in the thick of it. The riders will have to face slopes of over 10%. They're going to need courage.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, I'll follow any attack. Okay, I'll follow any attack.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. The lead rider has 30 seconds on the favourites. The yellow jersey has just joined up with the lead group.
Okay, I'll consume a feed. You still have 10 kilometers to make up some time. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Okay, I'll consume a feed. Okay, if the pace is too fast, I won't insist. You'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try.
The first have reached the Chalet Reynard. It will be a little less hard on them for 1 kilometre, the time they catch their breath before facing the final and ever steeper slopes of the Mont Ventoux.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The Ventoux is obviously classified all category. And because points are doubled on a summit finish, the stage winner will pocket no less than 50 points towards the polka dot jersey. The observatory is in sight for the head of the race.
Here we go! Here we go!
Another 3 kilometers of effort for the man in front. At 2 kilometers from the summit, the breakaway riders are neck and neck. It's very tight. The pursuers could always catch up. The leading men will soon be under the red pennant. Who will come out on top today?
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. He will climb onto the podium to receive his
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is... Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. It's important to go all out on this time trial to stay well placed in the general classification. We're one of the outsiders, and we can't be in the mix for a podium place on this stage. Good time trial to all of you.
The last rider to set this individual time trial is on the starting ramp. A few more seconds until he goes. Come on, let's give him a big hand.
We've got a difficult time trial ahead of us today. There are plenty of changes of pace, and it's a fairly technical route with a load of bends. You'll have to stay focused all the time. It's the first climb. Take your time to find the right tempo. It's a 6-kilometer ascent, so don't empty your tanks too soon. Come on, stay focused. That's good.
Allez, on attaque, allez, on se bouge. Allez, on donne tout.
Come on, you're halfway up. Another 3 kilometers and then it's downhill. Keep going! Go! Go! The first time check is in 1 kilometer. We'll see how well you've managed this first part. Come on, it's downhill. Pick up the pace. Stay focused. There are some hairpin bends on the way down.
Plus vite, plus vite. Venga, venga, venga. Ouais. Allez, allez, allez. Plus vite.
Go! Go! It's slightly uphill. You'll have to step on it to pick up some speed.
Allez, vas-y, plus vite. Plus vite, plus vite. Vai. Bravo. Vai.
You're coming into a really twisty section. Make sure of your trajectory. Go!
Allez, on y va. Encore, encore. Allez, on y va, on y va, on y va. Oui, on donne tout. Allez, on te suit. Allez, on y va.
Next intermediate time in 1 kilometer. The descent is very fast. Take time for a breather if you need it. After that, it's flat until the final climb. Only 10 kilometers left. Grit your teeth.
Allez, plus vite.
Remember to keep something in reserve for the last climb. Otherwise, you'll lose a lot of time.
On lâche rien.
The next intermediate time is in 1 kilometer. Go! Go! Less than 4 kilometers.
Vamos, un poco más, ya lo tienes. Continue comme ça. Allez, allez.
After the next bend, you'll be onto the final climb, a short 2.5 kilometers. Go! Only 2 kilometers left. Go on! Stay focused on your effort. Go on. The red pennant's coming up. The final kilometer is a little easier. Do it on pure grit. Go, go, go! You're nearly there.
He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey, and he will climb on.
Well done, guys. We were aiming for a podium place, and you did the job. I'm satisfied. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat. We had no real ambitions for the classification of this stage. The least that can be said is you didn't prove me wrong. Hi, guys. Let's start the briefing for this stage. It's a day in the mountains. The finish isn't decided at the top of the climb, but the route is challenging.
Hello, everyone. On this stage, reserved exclusively to the roads of the Ain region, the riders have got their work cut out for them, with climbs spread along the whole length, including 2 ascensions of the Grand Colombier by 2 different sides. They're going to have to tough it out. Nobody can afford an off day.
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey. There's no way we can lose it today. Keep it up. I'll protect him.
Acceleration at the head of the peloton.
His team is at full throttle. They have no one at the front. Okay, I'll protect him.
Venga, apretar un poco más. Allez les gars, courage.
1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
On te suit. Allez.
He's one of the best punchers, but he's also very comfortable in the mountains. The first difficulty of the day is classified as second category. The riders will share 5, 3, 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
Attack at the head of the peloton.
He's the highest placed of the climbers in the breakaway.
The climb to the Col du Sapel, the second pass of the day, has now begun. 8.8 kilometers at 5.6%.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. You seem to be the best climber in the group. You should be able to move to the front.
Only the first 4 riders to the top will score points in the mountain standings.
Vas-y, vas-y, fonce.
Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points.
The next climb is classified as third category. There will be 2 and 1 point available towards the polka dot jersey.
Allez les gars!
The breakaway is 10 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
Allez, on attaque!
You're coming up to the intermediate sprint. Keep your eyes open. You've won the intermediate sprint. Well done.
The next difficulty is also classified as third category. The first 2 to the top score 2 and 1 point towards the polka dot jersey.
Allez les gars, courage! Venga, chavales!
Here's the positions over the last climb. He's the highest placed of the climbers in the breakaway. You seem to be the best climber in the group. You should be able to move to the front. Well done! You took the last climb. It prevents our competitors from stealing too many points. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The riders are now at the foot of the Grand Colombier. With almost 13 kilometers at 6.8% and sections close to 15, the favourites should take the opportunity to open hostilities. The head of the race is entering 3 less demanding kilometers. Time for a short rest before hitting gradients of 15%. Le Grand Colombier is classified all category. There will be a maximum of 25 points to be earned for the polka dot jersey.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Okay, we'll consume a feed.
The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
Only 1 kilometer more of climbing for the man at the front.
Allez, on lâche rien. Venga, dale, dale, dale. Eso es, vamos ahí, arriba. Venga, dale. Venga, ánimo.
The descent is long and fast. It will take the riders to angle 4, where they'll find the feeding zone.
He'll get his team to ride behind you, but it's worth a try. The time gap with the head of the race isn't changing, lads.
The front of the race is in the feed zone.
He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings.
Allez les gars, courage! Continuez comme ça!
The riders will cross the finishing line once before starting the final climb of the day.
Okay, I'll follow any attack. Riders are once again at the foot of the Grand Colombier. This time they'll take another route up. Even if they don't go all the way to the top, it's a demanding climb with an average slope of 7.6%. Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
The breakaway increases its lead on the yellow jersey group.
flag.
Allez, vas-y, continue, continue.
Points for the polka dot jersey will be doubled at the top of this final climb. So there will be 20, 16, 12, 8, 4 and 2 points for the first 6 to the summit.
Allez, on lâche rien. Plus vite.
Bravo, vas-y.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Allez, on donne tout.
Come on.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration.
Allez, allez, ouais. Allez, on est avec toi. Continue comme ça. Venga, dale. Hop, hop, hop. Venga, dale, dale, dale. Venga, venga, venga.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Ouais, ouais.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Allez, allez, allez.
The advance of the lead group should be enough to carry it to the end.
Allez, 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 allez. Mitico. Weiter. Coraggio, dai. Basta.
One kilometre from the summit, and it's a lone rider that should go over the top in front.
Okay, we'll consume a feed. He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings.
Riders will be on a familiar ground when descending to the finish, since they take the same route as their first descent to the Grand Colombier.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
Only 8 kilometres left for the head of the race. It's flat all the way to Culo.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Acceleration at the front of the peloton. No falling asleep.
He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standings.
There's an attack at the head of the peloton.
Okay, we follow attack.
There's only 2 kilometers left for the man at the front. He can savor his victory. He won't be caught. Here comes the red pennant.
The breakaway is 1 kilometer from the finishing line.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome him warmly. Here is the winner of the Lissac-Séverac stage. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly to snatch this victory. We can say that everything is going well for him at the moment. Here's the polka dot jersey of this Tour de France. He will climb onto the podium to receive his jersey and a kiss from the hostesses. Here's the white jersey of this Tour.
Huge congratulations for this win, guys. Our chances of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. Hi guys, let's start the briefing for this stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage.